Hi, fellow rockers, and welcome to Backstage Pass Rock News. Today, we've got a legendary interview for you. We recently sat down with none other than Gene Simmons of Kiss. Gene recently wrapped up the iconic band's farewell tour, and of course, we had to ask him all about it. But that's not all. Buckle up, because Gene also dropped some serious bombshells about the future of Kiss. Get ready to be blown away, because Kiss is investing a whopping $200 million into creating cutting-edge Kiss avatars. That's right, the Demon himself hinted at a whole new way to experience Kiss live. Will these avatars be the future of rock and roll? Will they truly leave fans in awe? We'll have to wait and see. But one thing's for sure, Kiss isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Quite honestly, it was a combination of all of them. Half a century of doing this stuff is enough time. You know, you've got to pick your battles in life, and all things must pass. As George Harrison said, you've got to know when gracefully and graciously and thankfully get off that stage before it's too late. Now, having said that, that just means Kiss. And the reason I'm saying that is because Kiss had the hardest job of any band on that stage, because I was wearing dragon boots that are, I'm sure, the size of your appendage, at least 7 inches tall. Each one weighed as much as a bowling ball. There was about 40 pounds of armor and all that stuff. And you had to spit fire every show and fly through the air and all that. And the physicality of it was just too limiting. And so we could have been smarter and put together a band like the Stones, although we couldn't shine their shoes. Now, of course, Jagger's in amazing shape and he runs around. But if I was Keith and I had to wear a T-shirt and strum a guitar, you know, the great Keith Richards, you wouldn't necessarily have to break a sweat. You could walk on stage wearing what you're wearing, be comfortable, and then walk off stage and go to the pub or the schmub or whatever you guys call it. And so it was the right time. There was a sense of pride and also a sadness because, it's coming to an end.
And was it something that you and Paul got together and it was almost like this is probably the best time to do it?
Well, we've been talking about it for a few years, actually. And pre-COVID, we started the farewell tour, which was going to be about 300 cities around the world, try to do single ones, outdoors, indoors, and all that, try to cover the planet. And then COVID came in, and then it was, concert interruptus. And then we picked up after COVID and finished off 10 blocks from where we started. Madison Square Garden is literally 10 blocks from where we first started in a rat-infested loft.
Fantastic. I love how things come full circle. And in terms of that final gig, then, you announced to the world there would be a new era for Kiss as well, didn't you? The avatars, as they're known. So can you give us any more information on how that's developing?
Well, I will say that it's beyond anything anybody's ever seen, yours truly included. You can go on YouTube or ShmooTube or whatever other buttons you like to push and put in Kiss avatars, and you'll get just a taste of it, although it's like drawing a skyscraper. You just get a sense of what it is, but when you actually see the skyscraper, it's amazing. Or it's like seeing a Godzilla comic book as opposed to real Godzilla walking down the street 50 stories tall. So you'll get a sense of that, but that's about all I'm going to say about it, except that there are going to be a few $100 million spent in making sure that people's jaws will drop.
Wonderful. And can you tell us, is it live shows? Is it kind of movies? Is it stadiums? Is it movie theaters? What sort of thing can we expect?
Imagine, well, today you've got technology where you can stick on a pair of these kinds of shades and you get virtual reality where if you're falling off of a cliff, you actually believe you're falling off. You know, you don't believe it. Now imagine that happening without anything over your eyes.
Fantastic stuff. And is that going to be movie theaters? Is it going to be stadiums? Is it kind of concert themed?
No comment.
I'm really not getting anything out of you.
Our full interview with Gene Simmons is coming up real soon, right here on Backstage Pass Rock News. So set that notification bell to on. And thank you for joining us again here on Backstage Pass Rock News.